but honored to see you. Tonight is going to be a transformative night. And as we're going live here, right before this, we had a very deep question that I want to reiterate because intention does matter. But you're on here because maybe you had a friend that was telling you about an opportunity, or maybe you saw something online, or maybe you're aware about these quote unquote skinny drops and you're like, what is this thing all about? Or maybe you've been hearing about this thing called the machine and you're like, what is this going on? We're going to answer all of that and more. I have my lovely co-host and special guest that we're going to pick the brains of in just a bit. But Cindy started with a really good question. And Cindy, I'd love for you to reiterate that question. But as we get into tonight, what should people be thinking about? Oh, let me ask you to mute there.
Oh, yeah, that helps, doesn't it? You know, let's do a little exercise. Let's do this, okay? I want you guys all to close your eyes. Close your eyes, okay? And I want you to imagine if everything in your life was exactly as you wanted it to be, okay? What does your average day look like? I'm not asking you to think of the house that you want to buy or the cars that you want to own, or I'm talking about you wake up in the morning. What does that look like? You get up. Do you get up early still? Do you exercise? Do you sleep late? As you go through your day, what does that look like? Are you serving people? Are you living a purposeful life where you wake up with a burning passion to do something that's bigger than yourself? Think about if you were to bring in 6 figures with something like this, who would that help? In your family? It's not only about what your day looks like, but think about your spouse, your partner, your kids, your grandkids. Are you taking them on vacations? How is their life improved? Are you sending them off to the schools that they want to go to, or you want to help bring them to? What does this look like? Your day to day, I think really thinking about where it is that you are and where it is that you want to go and what you want that day to look like. It's so important. It's everything. And then I'm going to flip it upside down. What if you don't do this? What if you don't do something like this? And things keep going as they are right now. What does your day look like? Are you waking up early? You show up to work at a job that you don't love and don't feel fulfilled by? Are you able to deliver on all the dreams and hopes that you had seen for yourself, for your family? It's important to recognize both realities and then decide which one you're willing to chase, because one or the other is going to happen. But the really cool thing is that you get to pick it. You do. And so often people just cruise through life surviving, status quo, right? Each day happens like it's an accident. You do have a choice. You do have a decision. You are in charge of what your future looks like. So as we move into all of the tactical stuff and all of the strategies and how this all came about, it's important to get super clear on what are you hoping to get from the Zoom? What are you hoping to walk away with? And above all else, above all the tactical stuff, my prayer for you is that you walk away with belief and conviction that if people like me, people like James, and the many, many people who have had success with businesses just like this, then you can too. Okay, you can open your eyes.
I see tears. I feel shifts. Putting me in the comments, you have something clear in mind right now. Cindy, so appreciate you. We're having a fun night tonight, as you can already tell right there. Cindy, thanks for starting us off there. It reminds me because what even brought us here was a similar situation, Cindy. For those of you that don't know my story, and you'll hear Cindy's very soon, I've been involved in this crazy thing called network marketing for 15 years. I started not thinking I'd be ever involved in something like this. I was a 19-year broke college student, didn't know my butt from my elbow, super shy, thought I was gonna be a medical doctor. And I saw opportunity for not just growth in our lifestyle, but growth in myself. And got involved part-time for a couple of years. And after that, we were very fortunate, me and my wife, Becky, were able to build a multiple six-figure income. We got the dream, and then we lost it all. Things happen. And we were at that point when we lost our ability to dream. And maybe that's where some of you have been, or maybe it's where we catch you right now. But it wasn't until I dared to do what you just did, Cindy, you walked us through. So I thank you for doing that, because I need that reminder all the time. We're on a plane flight back from Bali, and me and my wife turned to each other and started asking those questions. What would life actually look like? And we started thinking about freedom and impact and the relationships that we wanted and the who we wanted to impact. And you know what happened from that was born this, actually. It was from those questions. So I believe there are going to be dreams that are born today and activated today because of people that were faithful to that exercise right there. And you don't even have to hear anything else that happened today. That's all you needed, you know? So thank you so much. It literally is, because when the why is clear, the how becomes easy. And that's why it's important, because what we realized was for freedom, that's what mattered for us. For time, that's what mattered for us. We realized that we needed a vehicle financially that can allow us that type of freedoms. We had been involved in network marketing, very belly to belly. We did the house meetings, the hotel meetings, all the stuff, and it worked. But to be honest, we felt enslaved by our business. Who here's ever been enslaved by your work before? Like, it's like, is it really me working, or is it they're working me, right? So that's where we're at. And we said, what would it look like? We needed something different. And that's what got us into thinking about this idea of an online business. We call it a global virtual franchise. And we said, all right, what's the best way to be able to design that? We can make our own thing. We can be online marketers. There's so many things that we can do. But that's when we found this company and the products and the plan. We said, this is the simplest way for the average person to be able to have freedom. And we want to share with you why. And tonight specifically, there's one final major piece of the puzzle that'll just make it so much easier. And I'm going to have Cindy describe that in just a bit. But for those of you that aren't familiar, we're talking about a company that we're partnering with called Partner Co. And it's a beautiful concept, partnership. And why do we choose this when we can do anything else out there? Because it's led by executives that have decades of experience, that are here for legacy. It's a $350 million startup with so much upside. There's proven products that have already been here for 10, 25 years, 50 plus markets, a lot of things in this. So it's all over the place. So it's not a small thing, but it's also nothing too big yet as well too. You know, so with that said, though, one thing in particular is you need something to offer. Right? If you want to make money, you need something to serve the marketplace with. So we've stumbled upon, and me and my wife, Becky, we were actually one of the founding partners to start talking about and sharing these now known as skinny drops. They're body balancing drops. They don't just help you get skinny. But 13 years ago, And now it's been over 1 million systems sold later. They're homeopathic, they're body balancing, they're really simple to use, they're tested, certified, supported, and everything. And in fact, if you've used these at all, put in the chat, what are some of your results on these drops? I lost 25 pounds in 40 days with no exercise. They're really easy to use. You just take the first drop 3 times a day, the second one twice a day, and boom, you're balancing your body. And the byproduct are things like more weight loss, like more energy, like better sleep, like mood elevation. We're seeing a lot of different things start to happen right there. But it's not just about the product. And we've seen a lot of different transformations. Andrew said 9.2 pounds in 3 weeks. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So we have a lot of people that have transformed from this, Cindy included. I mean, Cindy, this is crazy. I'd love to ask you, even as you tried the product, because Cindy, your background, you built a business that did $50 million in revenue. You've scaled large online businesses. But one thing that's super important for you is the product. But what was your experience on the product?
Oh my gosh. Well, I went into it thinking, first things first is that when you're dealing with any kind of weight loss supplement, it's really, really important. This piece is so important. And I would say that it's the number one thing that is missed. How many of you have tried a weight loss program or a weight loss supplement and you went into it thinking, this isn't going to work for me? Right? I'm going to try it, but it's probably not going to work. How many times out of those times that you went into it thinking, I'm going to try it, but this isn't going to work, it actually didn't work, right? So I will argue that when you take something like these body balancing drops, that belief has to be there. If you don't have it, borrow it from me. You guys saw that picture, okay? I'm down 22 pounds. My best friend is down almost 40. Like, it works, okay? So if you're somebody that's like hasn't even started taking it yet and you're thinking about it, right? You have to know that it works. You have to believe that it works. Don't go into it thinking nothing else has worked for me in the past and this probably isn't either. You're going to leave all of those limiting beliefs in the past, okay? We're going to pull you into the future in more ways than one, okay? Can I get an amen? So I really, really want you guys to, if you haven't tried this, or maybe you have to know that it absolutely works, okay? It changes everything. Everything that happens to our bodies physically all starts here. Every single thing starts right here, okay? I went into it going, you know what, this is going to work. This is 100% what I need. I am stressed. I am tired. I am not sleeping well. I am gaining weight. I cannot control not thinking about food. I mean, would be eating breakfast and thinking about what I was going to have for lunch and dinner. Like, it was just a mess. And I just knew, I'm like, I don't believe I can do this on my own. I need this crutch. I need this tool. And this tool is going to be the thing that helps me get everything else into balance. Okay. So all this to say, I believed it was going to work. And oh my gosh, you guys, it is no joke. Okay. It's really not. The fact that I am now in a position where we still have everyday natural stressors, right? We still have things going on as humans. There's lots of stuff, right? But it just helps me categorize it all in my head in a way that I can actually navigate it that doesn't have me turning to food. Where in that picture, my whole world just felt like it was crashing down. And have any of you guys ever been in a vicious cycle where you know that one of the reasons that you're so miserable is because of the food that you're putting into your body, right? You know this. You know this. One of the reasons I'm so miserable is that I am putting garbage into my body. I'm gaining weight, right? But because I'm so miserable in gaining weight, the only thing that brings me joy is food. Like, it make sense, right? And it really helped to just mitigate all of that. So that has been my experience with the drops. I absolutely love them. I know some people go on them and then they get to where they want to be and then they stop them. And, you know, you can absolutely stop them. You're not going to put on a bunch of weight or anything. But I'm so in love with it. I'm like, I don't think I ever want to go off of it because I just love the way it makes me feel. It's like a cloud has been lifted from above my head, and I no longer feel like I'm walking around in a food fog. So I mean, I could go on and on about my love for the skinny drops. But if you have not tried them, what are you waiting for? Okay.
Seriously. Thank you so much. And congratulations, Cindy. We're
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. And this is the key, guys. Like when we want to build something, you have to find a product that people want. You have to find something that's significant. I think more than that, because let's be real, there's so many different ways that we can make money out there. But who here wants to do something where you feel in high integrity that you're serving and helping someone else's life, right? Like that's what I want to do. And I love stories like Cindy and so many more in the chat that we're seeing here as well. And this has been vetted, it's been tested, it's been true for over a decade. But that's not all that there is. When we were thinking about building an online business, who here's ever tried to make money online, but you felt stuck, you felt frustrated, you felt overwhelmed, you felt confused, you didn't know where to start? Like, who doesn't want to make money from their home, right? Who doesn't want to be on a beach with their family, like being like, wow, I'm waking up to this, right? And especially as you start to go into and you think, how do I fit this into my schedule? How do I, it's like, it's just overwhelming. So that's the difficult part. You can have the best product in the world, the best company in the world, the best compensation in the world, but if you don't have the systems that support you and your people, then you're going to find yourself spinning your wheels. And that's why what I loved is when we connected with Cindy and her amazing partner in crime, Lindsay, they have such a marketing mind. They know how to sell on social media and teach people to do the same thing. But they also brought to the table something that is truly revolutionary. When we first heard this concept of what we call the machine now, my mind was blown. Because I'll tell you where I was at. I was thinking about going into online. I don't know if I ever told Cindy this. I'm like, so I started to research things like funnels and online marketing, and I took courses and masterminds. And some of you maybe have done that. Maybe some of you are even built it. I built a website. I hired people. I did this. I launched a book. I did, and I'll just tell you, it was really hard. And it did not make a lot of money. It was like, wow, it was cool to learn, but to find a way to put it together in a way that allows the average person access to these amazing tools, I'm like, I couldn't think about those things. Who here, though, would also understand that technology has changed things, right? We all are on our phone these days. We're on Zoom right now, right? And there's this quote that I think about, especially in business, which is you're either going to get updated or outdated, right? And I'm like, I don't want to get outdated. I'm sure no one here wants to be the same way as well too. And I was just thinking, how do we like solve this? And that's when we heard the concepts from Cindy and Lindsay and this concept of the machine. I'm like, this is genius. So Cindy, you brought this to the table. You launched around 90 days ago with Lindsay, and your business has just blown up. I mean, what have you been seeing in your business and your people after implementing all these tools together?
Oh my gosh. You know, I think more than anything is excitement. And in belief again. Anybody who we have worked with in the past that has been in this particular industry felt really tired. They felt really burnt out. They felt like we had sold them a bucket full of lies, right? We were selling everybody on the idea of financial freedom and time freedom, and yet the time freedom wasn't coming very easily, right? To say the least. One of the things that we really, really wanted to make sure of when we stepped into this is that we meant what we said and we said what we meant, right? In that if we're telling you that you can absolutely achieve both, then we wanted to be dang sure that that was possible. So we see this excitement and this belief in both leaders, seasoned leaders in this industry who have been doing it for a decade or more, are coming in going, oh my gosh, this is going to change my life. It's going to change my business. It's going to change the businesses of many, simply because of the fact that it saves time, right? But it still achieves all of the necessary actions and steps that have to happen in order to grow a successful business. But even more importantly, I love our leaders. I do, but I feel like I am the underdog, and I am the advocate for people who are brand new in this industry, or have not yet found success in this industry, or want to break into this industry and don't know where to start. I always say the average ordinary person, right? That's where I started in late 2017. I had no idea what I was doing. No network, no experience, nothing. And no education when it came to any of this and how it worked. So my goal is always, always, always to equip the average ordinary person with systems and tools that are easy to use and will work. Because while it's awesome to bring in a leader who knows exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to train their teams, my passion is helping somebody that knows nothing and being able to deliver them to their first $100 paycheck, their first $500 paycheck, right? That's life changing for people. If that's life changing for you, $500 a month, how would that change your life? It's shocking how many people can have a dramatically different life by just bringing in extra $500 a month. But the cool thing is with automations and with the machine, yes, we're helping the average ordinary person put $500 in their pocket, but we're making it super scalable to be able to grow that over time because these automations are in place. And what do I mean by automations? Okay, you guys, super simple. Okay, if you're brand new, I'm not going to talk technical, okay, because it'll just go psh, right? If you are thinking about doing this, okay, I want you to imagine you're like, okay, I got the skinny drops in my hand. They either have worked for me already or they are absolutely going to. And when I get results, not if, when you get results, you are thinking about sharing it, right? You're thinking about sharing it with friends. You're thinking about sharing it on Facebook, right? You're excited. You're down 9.2 pounds. Did you guys see that? I think it's 9.2 in 3 weeks, right? You're excited. And you're like, dang, I'd like to make 500 bucks talking about a product that I love and believe in, right? Early on in my MLM, right, in my business, if somebody asked me for more information about the product that I was selling, it's not that I was worried about nobody wanting it. I was worried that somebody would ask me for more information because I didn't know what to say. I would just like, blah, 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 like all over them. I mean, just wouldn't even take a breath. It was so bad. Okay. So again, imagine, okay, you've got the skinny drops in your hand. You've taken them. You know they're going to work for you, or you have already had results, and somebody says, yeah, send me some more information. And all you have to do, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to know the ingredients. You don't have to know the science. You don't have to know nothing about nothing about nothing. All you have to do is send a link that has already been done. Okay. You're given this link on day one. And we say, if somebody wants information, all you have to do is send this link right here. Okay. It's that simple, you guys. Okay. What does the link do? I'm not going to get super technical, but I'll give you a little bit of an overview. If you're watching this, you probably experienced it, right? The link asks for people's information, right? Their name and their email. Okay. We do that with Old Navy on the regular to save 10%. Okay. So people put in their name and their email, and what that does is it puts them on an automated email campaign that continues to follow up with them. Okay. So that you don't have to follow up with your friend Fred to see, what he thinks about the product that he asked for more information. You don't have to do that because the machine does it for you on the back end, which allows this space in time for you to go out and just be Fred's friend, right? You get to just continue to be Fred's friend. You can continue to like and comment on his Facebook or his Instagram or wherever you see him face to face, right? You don't ever have to bring it up again. Fred's getting the marketing, okay? The marketing machine, it does that for you. You still get to be you. And I think that that is the beauty of pulling in automations in a business like this, because sometimes people hear automations and they think, you can't automate relationships. And I'm here to say, you're dang right, you can't automate relationships. But if you automate all the marketing stuff, it allows you to just be human and actually makes us more human when we let the machine crank, and then we can just be a friend to Fred. So,
It's just so
anybody
genius.
named Fred on here?
I know exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like, who here loves to just make new friends? Like, you love friendships, right? Put a me in the comments if you're like, I love that part of things. That's literally what the machine has allowed us to do. It just enables us to be more of who we actually are supposed to be. And the unfortunate part, I think a lot of the times where business and especially network marketing gets bad flack is, and we've been there, you've either done this to someone, I have, or you've been on the receiving side. Where you're like, you're just talking to me because you're just trying to make money off of me. Like all you do is talk about business all the time. You're just trying to sell me all the time. And no one likes to feel that way or do that to someone else as well too. What I love about this is it makes it so that the machine does it, and it does it better, to be honest. Because who here would love someone like Cindy talking to your people about the product or business for you? Like she knows how to talk about it. So it's like you can utilize that and then you be you. You be authentically you. And it brings us back to just our human nature. So, and it's so effective. And I just love, we had a call earlier today and we have new leaders that are launching. And there was someone named Ashley who had been involved in this type of business for years. I think, do you remember the numbers? Was it like she personally sponsored 7,000 customers or something?
So many. I don't
Yeah,
even know. Yeah, it was
something like
thousands.
thousands. So she's like a pro, right?
Yeah.
And she utilized this machine. She was skeptical because she's like, oh, this is new. Let's try it. And she always was used to following up on people, and she did it very well, obviously. She said this is the first time in her life that she just plugged them into the machine. And within days, people were reaching out back to her saying, hey, can I buy the product? Hey, can I join your business? And she's like, what is this sorcery? This is crazy. And it was beautiful because she said that she never was able to take vacations before in a business like this. And now she's like, I can actually enjoy my time back again. So incredible. So the machine is working. 90 days in, your business has been duplicating. Your team has grown to, there's 200,000 partners in Partner Co. Your team is number 25 or something out of all the world. You guys have gone officer. That's 12 promotions. You and Lindsay and your team has been duplicating it, and it's just 90 days. But it's given hope back in people as well too. I know. So anything else on the machine? You described it so well.
The last thing that I'll say about one thing that it really does for people is, as I said, it sends out an email campaign, it follows up with people for you, which is amazing because how many of you, right, have either asked for information about a product, right, and somebody sends you the information and they continue to follow up with you in Messenger, right? And for whatever reason, whether you are busy, whether you changed your mind, whether you're trying something else first, it's awkward. It's an awkward exchange, right? So it's not just about saving people time, it's delivering a system of marketing that is acceptable, appropriate, and just feels less awkward, right? I mean, I have been on the other side of that conversation where I'm following up with people in Messenger, and I know as I was sending the message, I'm like, "Ooh, this is awkward," right? But how many people are getting upset over email marketing from, Nike or Old Navy, right? They send us emails at 1 a.m. and we open them when we open them. There's no demand placed on us. We see what the promotion is, we see what it is, what they're selling, and then we make a decision from there, right? And if the marketing is good, which our marketing is excellent, then you'll have people follow through with purchasing, right? So not only does it save time, it's just a more desirable and accepted way of marketing in the appropriate channels that feels good to the person that sends the link originally and the person that's receiving the emails on the back end. So there's more to it than just, oh, we want to automate it and save you time. It also makes it feel so much better on the people who are being marketed to. So I think that that's important to point out as well.
We're having fun again. We're
We're
having
having
fun again.
fun again. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And 90 days in, it's already been amazing. I'm just imagining what the next 90 days are. But Cindy, I just want to thank you so much for bringing your ingenuity, your innovation, you, Lindsay, the entire team. There's so many people that are behind this, that are putting this together, but really it's your vision. And I just thank you for your yes. And your yes has transformed so many lives. It will continue to do so. And it's just an honor to be partnered with you, to collaborate, and just learn so much from you. So thank you.
It's my honor. Thank you so much for having me on tonight. I appreciate you all so much for being here. And if you're even kind of considering this, you really should reach out to the person who sent this to you and say, all right, you got me. I'm all in. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Guys, so much wisdom there. And as we close out, definitely reach out back to the person that connected here. What are some next steps? Partner with us. Real simple. It's a one-time $30 membership, and you get access to all of the amazing products. You get access to 50 plus countries. You get access to the machine. You get access to all this stuff, And now it's just for you to play with it. Now it's just for you to use to transform lives. But I got to talk about this as we conclude today, is that truly there is a best case scenario of everything that there is. This machine, I love what this one is called. It's the modern ATM. You just add people to the machine and then money comes out. Customers come out, partners come out, lives transform comes out. But I want to talk about this. This is why Cindy is excited. This is why so many people are excited, because there's something beautiful and timely and unique happening right now. Every company goes through a growth stage, right? This is not a startup anymore, but it's absolutely not a legacy company as well, too. We are a $350 million startup, which is got billions left to grow. In September 2024, we're going to have this huge event called PXP. In fact, if you're already going, put PXP in the chat. I mean, the biggest part in the world. You got to come with us. Room blocks just came out today, actually. It was super exciting. I'm out in Orlando. And after that, right now, it's kind of like pre-launch period. As we go there, there's going to be a couple of years, next 3 to 5 years, that are just going to be nuts. Because people like Cindy, people like each and every single one of you are going to see the vision and say, there's something going on here. There's a couple pillars here, right? We already have the right people on board. We already have the right products on board. We have the right partnership on board. We have everything put together, and it's already rapidly starting to spread because, let's be honest, people are sick and tired of BS and junk out there, but they're looking for hope in health. They're looking for hope in a financial vehicle. And when they see and feel what is all together here, they're like, it's honestly like, can it actually be that good? Is Cindy actually who she says she is and as amazing as an inspiration? Cindy's like that all the time. And by the way, Cindy's hilarious too. She's got this other side you guys see eventually. It's gonna be cool, But what I'm saying is this, there's still time. there's still an opportunity right now to be one of these first movers. And for me, how about you? Who here has goals as you're envisioning what Cindy started us out with? You have whys that you cannot afford to wait another day for them to not get checked off the list, right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments if that's the case, because that's what we're in right now. And I encourage, get back with your friend, latch in, just do it messy, learn through the do, have fun with this. And I'm telling you, give it a month, 3 months, 9 months, a PXP, a year, 3, you're going to look back and like, I'm so thankful for the yes that I made. And you're also going to have a lot of people thankful for your yes as well too. All right, everybody. But other than that, oh, I got to invite you for one other thing. All right. Yeah, this is you, Cindy. We got one more thing coming up. Who here had some people you're like, man, I would love to have them hear this message, right? Give me a wave or put a 1 in the comments. That's the case. Okay. If you thought this was good, well, Cindy, what's going on this Saturday?
Oh my gosh, you're going to get to talk to, you're not going to only hear me run my mouth, you're going to get to meet some of our incredible, incredible partners in business. You will get to meet my best friend, my business partner in life, Miss Lindsay Yoakum. And then you'll also get to meet Angel Whitmire and James Linhart. And they are just, my gosh, when I think about servant leadership with brilliant minds, I think of these people right here. Not only will they blow your minds with what they've been able to create, you'll also fall in love with their hearts. They're just real people, and they're extremely vulnerable and kind and compassionate, and exactly the kind of people that you would want to be partnered with and have you in your bubble of life. Okay. And we're going to be talking more about the machine, just like we did tonight. So, like James said, if you watch this and you have somebody in mind that you're like, maybe I want to do this thing and maybe I want to have, Fred come do it with me, then this would be a great Zoom call webinar to invite them on Saturday.
Absolutely. Links are in the chat. Call Fred. My wife says
Fred.
absolutely. Guys, limited time. This is time when you see there's something amazing. Don't hoard it to yourself. Share the gifts. And Cindy, thank you once again. But everybody, hey, thank you all for being superstars and being on with us, whether live or on replay. Feel free to mute